Coming up on OU Nightly, could the Rock Creek Entertainment District funding be up to a public vote after all? We are live at City Hall ahead of tonight's council meeting. Markwayne Mullin is sworn in as Secretary of Homeland Security. Hear from the Oklahoma senator filling his vacated seat. And see why hundreds of people waited in line outside a local toy store. This is OU Nightly. We are following a new development in the funding of the Rock Creek Entertainment District. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Reagan Garvin.
And I'm Leah Smith. OU Nightly City Council reporter Jack Hancock joins us live from City Hall with an update on tonight's meetings.
Jack, what is happening with the Entertainment District?
Well, just a couple weeks ago, we told you about that controversial decision from the Oklahoma Supreme Court surrounding the Rock Creek Entertainment District, which all but basically assured the creation of this entertainment district. Well, over the weekend, Councilmember Kimberly Blodgett threw a wrench in that plan. In a Facebook post, she indicated that at tonight's City Council meeting, there could be a vote to repeal the council's initial ordinance for the funding of this entertainment district. This would be a massive step forward in turning this to a public vote. Just weeks ago, developers thought that this project was a done deal, but now council could potentially be challenging this. However, the city attorney warns that this could be costly for the city, leading to massive litigation. Now, the entertainment district is not on the agenda for tonight's city council meeting, which Blodgett says was a surprise. Instead, city council will enter into an executive session at 5 p.m. to discuss the potential steps forward. In a Facebook post earlier today, Mayor Stephen Tyler Holman said, quote, "I support giving the residents of Norman a direct vote on this project." Going on to say, at the same time, we have a responsibility to pursue that path in a way that protects the city from unnecessary legal and financial risk. We will have all of the updates from tonight's City Council meeting on our Instagram and Facebook pages at OU Nightly, as well as in tomorrow's newscast at 4:30. Reporting from City Hall, Jack Hancock, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Jack. Progress in Washington today. Markwayne Mullin is sworn in as the new Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. The Senate's Monday confirmation of the former Oklahoma senator comes less than 3 weeks after President Donald Trump fired previous Secretary Kristi Noem. Attorney General Pam Bondi swore Mullin in with President Trump in attendance. Mullin says he's eager to get started.
The president has entrusted me with this, and failure is not an option. And so thank you so much, Mr. President, for this opportunity. I won't let you down. Thank you.
Mullin now joins the short list of Oklahomans who have served in a presidential cabinet.
Here in Oklahoma, Governor Kevin Stitt is announcing energy executive Alan Armstrong as his pick to replace Mullin. Here's what we know about the new senator. Armstrong is the Williams Company's chairman, a Tulsa-based natural gas company. He used to serve as the CEO for that company. Armstrong says he plans to use his seat in the Senate to pursue energy infrastructure enhancement. Stitt was signaling his decision for the replacement last week privately.
So this state is very special to me, and the last thing I would want to do is be sitting around complaining about what other people are not willing to step up and do and try to make our country great.
Armstrong is expected to be sworn into the Senate quickly and will serve until the November election.
Reagan, it was a beautiful day outside. I'm kind of sad I had to spend all day indoors.
Yeah, me too. It was a very beautiful day. I'm really hoping that this weather sticks around, and thankfully we don't have to guess. We have OU Nightly meteorologist Scotty Allen here in studio with us. Scotty, what is the weather going to look like for the rest of the week?
Yeah, that's right. We had the temperatures here in the upper 70s for your first week of spring, but those upper 80s up in Guymon, 86, they're going to be starting to creep in as we go throughout the week, and those warming trend is going to be coming back. Currently, we have OU Nightly meteorologist Samantha Salat outside. Tell us where you are and how is it feeling out there, Samantha?
I'm on the South Oval, and it is a beautiful spring day today. People out here are wearing shorts and short sleeve shirts, and it is pretty green out here as well, and the flowers are blooming, but I hope you enjoy it because we are heating up and staying pretty dry, which brings fire danger to Oklahoma. Scotty will have the full forecast coming up, but for now, back to you at the desk.
TSA lines continue to grow across the country. Matthew Carson has that and the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center.
A group of state Republicans met with President Trump at the White House to end the Homeland Security shutdown. The proposal would return funding to the department, but excludes giving money to ICE. While some are happy with the proposal, Trump said, quote, "I think any deal they make, I'm pretty much not happy with it." Almost 11% of TSA workers did not show up to work, with some lines exceeding 4 hours. And Trump said there's been, quote, "major points of agreement with Iran during negotiations." Iran's foreign ministry denied any conversation between Washington and Iran and says the war will continue until Tehran receives full compensation for the damages sustained. Trump paused strikes against Iran's power grid following these, quote, "negotiations," and Israel and Iran continue to launch strikes against each other. And a missing transponder on a fire truck is partially responsible for the crash at LaGuardia, according to the National Transportation Safety Board. A plane carrying more than 70 people crashed into a fire truck. Several are injured and 2 pilots are dead. An air traffic controller cleared the truck to cross the runway 20 seconds before the collision. And a flight attendant was able to escape the crash plane while staying strapped to her seat. Reagan, Leah, back to you.
Thanks, Matthew. Continuing the airport conversation, the recent TSA lines could have an impact on your health.
Find out how you could be affected next.
And an internet sensation has made its way to Norman.
Find out what it is and how you can join in when we return.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
No, no, no. Turn it down. Turn it off. Get a hand. Lose the bells and whistles. Drive without distractions.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
A local toy store here in Norman is seeing growing sales after a viral new toy hit their shelves. It's causing people from all parts of Oklahoma to make the trip. OU Nightly reporter Cariana Gamboa stopped by to see what the fuss is all about. Cariana, what'd you see?
Leah, Reagan, I'm outside of Cadoodles of Norman, the only toy store in the South Oklahoma City metro area. And yesterday, hundreds of people lined up behind me to grab the viral Neato toy. The line even wrapping around the entire shopping complex, and I spoke to some of the first in line.
Well, I got here at 8:45 a.m. I got here around 8:35.
About like 8:15, 8.
Hundreds of people lined up outside of Cadoodles for the chance to grab the viral Neato squishies before 10 a.m. yesterday. Store owner Stephanie O'Hara tells me the response was overwhelming, expecting only around 20 people to line up, but over 1,000 showed up, including college kids and teens who had once grown out of toys,
now coming back through the doors.
And so it's really created this new demographic for our store. When I see a group of kids starting to walk in the door, I know, and I'll say, let me guess where you're going. You're going to see Nido, and yes, and they just love it.
She says they sold out in less than an hour, and this craze has not only benefited their local business, but it's helping them grow too.
The business has been so great that we're actually expanding next door and doubling in size, partially in part to the Nido craze.
Locals just happy for Kiddoodles and their new growth.
Honestly, if anything, I'm really just happy for the business. They're going to get business, and they said that there's going to be more drops that they have, so I think it just shows that, you know, local businesses are going to be alive and well.
But here we are, playing with Nido.
Now this is where they're going to be expanding right behind me, and they tell me that the next Nido drop is going to be in mid-April. For now, reporting live in Norman, Kiriana Gamboa, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Kiriana. Kiddoodles says to stay on the lookout for the next drop on their social medias.
Spring vacation travel is always stressful, and there are several ways to cope with the extreme airport stress. Bella O'Neill-Dooley has that and more in today's Health Feed.
With airport TSA lines being extremely long due to the partial government shutdown, it is easy for travelers in this spring to be anxious, frustrated, and angry. Traveling in these conditions spikes cortisol in the body, adding to the stress of not missing your flight. It is recommended to plan ahead, listen to comforting music, pack good snacks, and even bring a nice blanket. And it is officially spring, and the temperatures will grow just as much as the flowers. It is important to stay aware of the heat-related health risks. Overheating and dehydration are illnesses that sneak up on you, so drink plenty of water and wear sunscreen. And swimming is a popular choice to beat the heat, but make sure to wear a life jacket if you can't swim, and do not swim if you're under the influence. If you're having too much fun this spring and get injured, the tools in your first aid kit might do more harm than good. Cardinal Health is recalling contaminated Webcol large alcohol prep pads. According to the FDA, using these microbial contaminated wipes can be risky to those with poor immune systems. These pads were distributed across the US, Japan, and Puerto Rico over the last 6 months. After suffering a car crash last year, a man is recovering well after being the first person ever to be treated with rescue foam, a futuristic foam that is injected into the body to stop internal bleeding. Reagan, Leah, back to you.
Thanks, Bella. A new urgent pet care clinic is opening in Norman. Vital Vet Urgent Pet Care is the first urgent care clinic in Norman that is dedicated exclusively to pets. According to clinic owner Dr. Brittany Daly, the clinic is to help bridge the gap between 24-hour vet clinics and veterinarian clinics. Daly said, quote, "How excited we are to be serving the Norman community and southern part of the state." The clinic is set to open on Thursday and is located at 3233 Flood Avenue, with the clinic hours being weekdays from 3 to 10 p.m. and weekend days 9 to 4 p.m. And OU is adding another honor to its long list of accolades.
We'll have all the details on that new award after the break.
Warmer temperatures are on the way, and with this persistent drought, a fire danger will be here in Norman. I'll have more after the break.
Water is our most precious resource, and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here's a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, if your shower can fill a 1-gallon bucket in less than 20 seconds, replace the shower head with a water-efficient one. They are cheap, easy to install, and can save you up to 750 gallons a month. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. Right now we have a regional look with temperatures in the 70s here in Oklahoma, but we have these southerly winds coming from the south and those 80s. They're going to be starting to creep in as we go into these next couple of days, even up into those 90s. So it's going to be getting hot. And on top of that hot, we also have the humidity dropping. We are down to 30% humidity and 15% in Guymon. So those that dry air and that warmer temperatures, they're going to be fueling a fire risk here in Norman for the next couple of days to end out your March. So right now we have an elevated risk of fire on Wednesday and then near critical Thursday and Friday. So we're going to be continuing to monitor that as conditions could potentially be continuing to get worse for Thursday and Friday, and then an elevated risk all the way until Tuesday. So for your Thursday, the National Weather Service here in Norman has already issued a fire weather watch for Thursday from the early morning hours all the way till 10 p.m. here in Cleveland County. So they're already monitoring that, and we're going to be continuing your Campus Weather Authority to see how these conditions will be changing as we go through these next couple of days. But on top of that, we have record-breaking temperatures on the way. 91 on Wednesday. That record here in Norman was previously held in 1908. That was right after Oklahoma became a state. And then on Thursday, on top of that, 91 is forecasted. 88 was felt for the record, and that was back when World War I ended 1918. So we have these long-standing records that will be broken, and then we're going to be having those allergies coming back with the dry air sticking back. The oak trees are on the rise. We have high oak tree allergies going to be with then. These above average temperatures are sticking around. We have, for going into April, get used to it. These high, muggy temperatures are going to just be sitting there with those allergies and all of that. And the precipitation not really coming towards. The Pacific Northwest is going to be having above average precipitation, but we're still going to be in the near normal, slightly above average for your early April. So really not much precipitation on the way. So back to your forecast for tomorrow. We're going to be having 90s across the state. It's going to be feeling hot. So definitely make sure to have that, start your air conditioning, because it's going to be 91 here in Norman, 91 in OKC. So these temperatures are on the rise, record-breaking temperatures. So we have those 90s for the next couple of days, and then a cold front. So some relief as we go into the weekend before we have those temperatures start to rise back up to start off your April. So yeah, it's going to be getting hot these next couple of days with even that fire danger there creeping around too.
Yeah, record-breaking temperatures since 1908, you said.
Yeah, 1908.
That's
Oklahoma
crazy.
became a state in 1907. So,
insane.
Wow.
Wow. Do you have any suggestions for what people should be doing to stay out of the heat?
Definitely just get those air conditioning, get into those shorts, and then also remember, don't try to start any fires. Don't have your cars on grass. Don't park on grass, nothing like that, because these temperatures and the dryness just are going to be continuing to linger around.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much, Scotty. Today, a bill is recognizing March 24th as University of Oklahoma Day at the state capitol, excuse me. In the bill, it talks about how the Oklahoma Senate is celebrating OU and the institution's accomplishments. The bill was first introduced yesterday, and according to the University of Oklahoma Instagram, many OU people went up to the Capitol today, including the Pride of Oklahoma, to celebrate. One Sooner squad brought it down to the wire this past weekend on the road,
while another Crimson team is on top of the national rankings without missing a beat.
And over in Oklahoma City, they're moving from old teammates to new names. We got the party and the limo out front celebrating my birthday and the anniversary of Hannah Montana next in sports.
Winter is upon us, and every Oklahoman knows that that means unpredictable freezing temperatures. One of the main concerns with freezing temperatures is the damage they can cause to your home or business should they cause your water pipes to freeze over. Older homes, especially those without proper insulation or that have basements or crawl spaces with exposed pipes, are particularly susceptible to this. Here is Rachel Croft, City of Norman Water Treatment Plant Manager, to show you the proper steps you can take to prevent your pipes from freezing.
The good news is you don't need to run a whole lot of water in order to combat freezing from your pipes. Here's how you do it. Another thing that you can do to help is to open your cabinet doors to make sure that warm air throughout your home is getting to your faucet pipes. But you want to make sure to remove any harmful chemicals that any small children or pets could have the ability to reach.
Following these steps can help save money on your water bill and help to conserve Norman's water supply.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hello, I'm Gracie Stubblefield, and it's time for sports. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be rolling into a new arena in a few years, and it officially has a name. The team announced today that Continental Coliseum will be the name of the Thunder's new home in a 15-year naming rights partnership with Continental Resources. The new arena is expected to open before the 2028 season, and construction will begin following the demolition of the site. The team will continue to play at Paycom Center in the meantime. Staying with the Thunder, the team traveled to Philadelphia, where Jared McCain found his way back home to put up 13 points against his former team. And Jalen Williams made his long-awaited return to the lineup after missing 26 games, scoring 18 points to help Oklahoma City beat out the 76ers and clinch their 12th straight win. It isn't over yet for the Thunder as they head to Boston tomorrow in a matchup against the Celtics with tip-off at 6:30. It was a little hotty-toddy for OU softball yesterday in their matchup against Ole Miss. The Mississippi team took a 2-0 lead in the second inning. Kendall Wells hit her 25th home run of the season in the fourth inning to get a number on the board. But in order to keep their win streak alive, Patty Gasso knew that communication was key.
We just got to be a little more patient. I think we've wasted some at-bats by not being very competitive. So we've talked about that, got to run out of it, hoping to turn this around here.
And turn it around they did, as the Sooners clinched their 10th comeback win of the season after Isabella Emmerling hit a pinch hit grand slam in the 6th inning, the team's 7th pinch hit this season, ending with a 5-2 victory against Ole Miss. Swinging over to the green, OU men's golf played their final round in Florida at the Valspar College Collegiate Invitational. Junior Ryder Cohen tied for the lead at 15 under for the weekend, and senior Jay Summey tied for 23rd at 6 under. Oklahoma came in 7th at 23 under. OU men's gymnastics currently has the best of both worlds. The team is still number 1 in the Week 10 national rankings and capped off their regular season undefeated for the first time since 2021 after their road win against number 8 California, posting their highest season score of 325-200. Reagan, Leah.
Thanks, Gracie. A fan favorite Disney movie is going live action this summer.
When we come back, we'll take a look at the trailer and the new features that have familiar faces.
Did you know that items like paint, cleaning solutions, pesticides, solvents, and other chemicals are considered household hazardous waste? These chemicals are dangerous to our environment and water quality when they are dumped in our storm drains or gutters. Fortunately, the City of Norman has a dedicated household hazardous waste facility where you can properly dispose of these items. Call 405-366-5463 to make an appointment. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Did you know that trash, like plastic bottles and fast food wrappers, can carry germs and bacteria? When these items are tossed in the street, they eventually find their way to a river or lake and have a negative impact on aquatic life. Keep our waters clean by putting your trash in the bin. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here are some water conservation tips you can try. In the kitchen, collect the excess water you use to rinse produce and use it to water houseplants. Also, soak your pots and pans instead of letting the water run while you scrape them. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
I'm Shayna Moss at the OU Nightly Update Desk. This afternoon, a motorcycle crashed on West Lindsay Street and Asp Avenue in front of Headington Residential College. Paramedics and the Norman Fire Department responded to the scene. Norman Fire said he lost control of the bike and reported pain in his left foot. He was not taken to the hospital. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Shayna. We are going to take one last look at the weather. Scotty?
Yeah, that's right. We got those record-breaking temperatures for your Wednesday and Thursday with temperatures in the lower 90s. And then we're going to be kind of going with that cold front towards the end of the week. And then we'll be coming back to those warmer temperatures for your weekends.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Disney's animated movie Moana was a huge hit in 2016.
And now, a decade later, a new trailer for the live-action film is out.
It features the first look at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Maui. Take a look.
Maui, demigod of the wind and sea.
Hero of men.
Johnson originally voiced Maui in the 2016 animated film. The film will be in theaters on July 10th. And of course, we can't end the show without saying happy birthday to Gracie.
Happy birthday, Gracie.
Thank you,
Happy
guys.
birthday.
Yes, maybe we can go watch the trailer to the
Maybe that can
Moana
be my
movie.
present.
Yes.
I think that's best of both worlds right there.
I would say.
All right, thank you guys for watching OU Nightly. I'm Reagan Garvin.
And I'm Leah Smith. Be sure to watch OU Nightly weekdays live at 4:30. Good night.